Dicey's rule of law has been adopted and incorporated in Indian Constitution. Rule of law under Constitution serves the needs of the people without infringing their rights. The Indian Constitution, by and large, seeks to promote rule of law through many of its provisions. For example, the preamble itself enunciates the ideas of justice, liberty, and equality. In Part 3 of the Constitution, these concepts are enshrined as fundamental rights and are made enforceable. The Constitution is supreme, and all other organs of the government, which legislative, executive, and judiciary, are subordinate and have to act in consonance with the Constitution. Absence of arbitrary power is the first essential of rule of law, upon which our whole constitutional system is based. Everyone, whether individually or collectively, is unquestionably under the supremacy of law. The doctrine of judicial review is embodied in the Constitution, and the subjects can approach High Courts and Honorable Supreme Court for the enforcement of rights guaranteed under the Constitution. If the executive or the government abuses the power vested in it, or if the action is nullified, the same can be quashed by ordinary courts of law. All laws, regulations, ordinances, bylaws, notifications, customs, and usages are laws within the meaning of Article 13 of the Constitution, and if they are inconsistent or contrary to any of the provisions, they can be declared as ultra-virus by the Supreme Court or by High Courts. The President is required to take an oath to preserve and protect and defend the Constitution. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by the law. Executive and legislative powers of the state and the Union have to be exercised in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Government and the public officials are not above law. The maxim that king can do no wrong does not apply in India. There is equality before the law and equal protection of laws. Government and the public authorities are also subjected to the jurisdiction of ordinary courts of law, and for similar wrongs are to be tried and punished similarly. They are not immune from ordinary legal process, nor are any provisions made regarding the separate administrative courts and tribunals. In public service also, the doctrine of equality is accepted. The rule of law forms the part or basic structure of the Constitution. The broad objectives laid down in the preamble, the rights conferred and guaranteed in Part 3 of the Constitution, the duties imposed on the state authorities, the unity and the integrity of the nation, can be secured only when the principle of rule of law is honestly applied and observed in the governance of the country.